What is going on, guys? Rewinds here. So in today's video I'm going to be bringing you guys the full spoilers slash majority spoilers for Boruto Manga Chapter 68. And I say majority spoilers because there's a chance we might not be getting everything right now coming out with leaks this month, because it seems like Organic Dinosaur might not be posting the full spoilers. So instead, we got Abdul over here posting spoilers instead. So I don't know how detailed that's going to be, but that's what we're going to be having a look at. So we should have a summary of what's going to be going on, and then some actual panels as well. So there is still going to be a good bit of context and a lot to talk about. So let's have a look at that. So it seems like we're going to be starting off with the panels and some little context with the panels for now, and then I'll be having the actual full summary slash full spoilers more towards the end of this video. So if you are interested in just hearing everything rather than seeing some of these panels, you can skip on ahead. But if not, and you want to stick around, that's cool too. But we're going to be starting off over here with the cover page for chapter 68. The title of the chapter is Mark. The subtitle says Recovery and Fate. The caption says, along with the signs of an upcoming disaster, it will go on to a new unfolding. And this basically just shows Boruto right now in his pure Otsutsuki state. As you can see, the karma's going down his chest now as well. So that's the big change there. And I'm not going to be clicking on these images to enlarge them, because if I do that, I risk getting copyright. So for you guys that are new here, just so you know, I won't be doing that. Or if I do it, I will be doing it for like a brief second, and then I'll be zooming out of it. So first panel, it says Boruto saying that he no longer needs Amado's medicine. He feels like he can control Momoshiki's powers better than before. And this also shows his chest scar now. So I'm going to click it real quick so you guys can see real quick. There's that. And he's just talking, looking at his karma mark on his hand. And it seems like this is a new development we have in the story. And that's definitely due to the fact, I'm assuming, that Boruto's 100% Otsutsuki now. Moving on. Go up top here. Oh, actually, I missed a part over here. So over here, I just wanted to mention real quick, it says Sasuke is back, which is why I remember to look back here. So Sasuke is back, and the chapter will also feature Sumire, Sarada, and Mitsuki. So Team 7, well, the new Team 7 is back. Sumire is back. And Sasuke is back. I'm sure people are happy about that. So what he's doing here is he's talking to Shikamaru about the whereabouts of Code's hideout, and even mentions the name Bug. So I'm not going to click these because this is just dialogue. It's not like there's any crazy art for you guys to see right there for these few panels. But they're just having a discussion, and it seems like in the whole time this whole Code incident occurred between Naruto, Kawaki, and Boruto in this previous arc. So good on him for that. Moving on, Team 7 back together. See, Mitsuki and Sarada are really amazed with Boruto and his scar on his chest now. And Sarada says to Boruto, "Are you sure it doesn't hurt?" So this is just, you know, them being curious and whatnot. Nice little reunion, I'm assuming. And then we move up top here. Shikamaru is now a marked man. Code is carrying Damon on his back over here. And then I'm going to click the shot real quick. If you see, Shikamaru's neck is marked, and Code also has an ear sticking out of it right now to listen in to whatever is going on. Now up here, these are the last two pages so far for the panels. So I think we got a solid 10 panels, which is pretty good, or 10 pages. So this is huge. So it says, New Delta makes a grand entry versus Code and Ida. And Ida makes a direct entrance, face to face with Amado. So I guess it's revealed now that the new cyborg that Amado was working on was actually a new Delta. So now it's yet to be seen, is this Delta stronger, or what's the catch over here? And Delta versus Code, that should be an interesting matchup for however long, they decide to do that. And, there's always a chance that Damon just interferes and takes out Delta fairly quick just because, the reflection thing is kind of OP. But definitely the biggest takeaway from here is Ada just pulled up on Amado. So what's going to happen with that? I feel like that's the big cliffhanger, because I think I saw that on the preview down here somewhere. Yeah, at last Ada finally joins in directly. Can the lifting of Code's limiters be prevented? So we'll have a big cliffhanger this chapter, but I do know so far that this is a dialogue heavy chapter. That's why it's taking him so long to translate stuff to begin with. But that's it for the panels. I'm going to cut over now to the actual summary. Alright, so now we're going to be looking at the full spoiler / summary. This actually came out a little late. Well, actually pretty late, but it was supposed to come out like 6 hours ago, but it came out really late, so now it's like the next morning. So it definitely took a while, but we're here now. Shout out again to Abdul for translating all of this, especially when Organic Dinosaur isn't around. So let's have a look at this. I'll react to it as I go with you guys. So the chapter is titled Mark. The chapter cover is a solo Boruto with his jacket open clearly, highlighting his new battle scar, looking directly ahead with his blue signature karma spread across his right hand side. The chapter starts with Boruto already in the village. Amado, Sai, and Katasuke are talking about Momoshiki and the percentage of the data which was compressed, and how now Boruto is a full-fledged Otsutsuki. So, okay, we just cut straight to the village. I'm actually kind of glad that, they skipped a few panels of traveling stuff and whatnot. Boruto then explains that Momoshiki's data was already decompressed, but the point is the remaining percentage was used in a very skillful way, which is referring to Momoshiki using the remaining data to save Boruto's life. An unconscious Kawaki appears in the bed right next to Sumire, Shikamaru, Ibiki, Naruto. They're all watching him around. They're all around him watching over. Shikamaru says, "It doesn't matter. The problem is, I don't think we can physically restrict or tie him down right now," referring to Kawaki. Sumire seems concerned. So I knew this was going to be a big vocal point of this chapter, like what to do with Kawaki, maybe place some restrictions, or to let him carry on. I knew that was going to be something that was discussed here, and here we are, pretty early in the chapter too. Sumire says, "I hope it's just my imagination flying on, but it seems like you are too worried, tormented." Sumire questions as to why they brought Kawaki to her and not Amado. And that's a good question too. Maybe this could be again because they don't trust Amado, or maybe they're leaving Amado to tend to the whole Boruto situation. That could be very possible as well. As Shikamaru's heading out to confront Amado, Sasuke makes an appearance for the first time since chapter 61. And I know this is going to make people happy because it's been a while. It's been, I think, 7 months now. So, yeah. Ever since his disappearance, he has been investigating into Code. He comes to Shikamaru with vital intel regarding Code's hideout. See, so I know a lot of people were bashing him. They were thinking he was doing nothing, but see, he was putting some work in, he was getting some intel, and we know he's good at that. So he was doing something during the last arc, he was just off screen. And I'm sure in the anime they will actually show him doing some of the stuff on screen. Sasuke says, "I have something to report," so he starts talking with Shikamaru about his discoveries. Then the plot turns into a space, and we see Damon, Ada, and Code. Damon is already awakened and in a horseback position on top of Code. Ada speaks about her and Code's partnership, which only works if he gets her Kawaki and she helps him retain his strength. So they're really trying to honor each other's wishes right now. I'm sure they had like a off-screen conversation like they said they were gonna talk in the last chapter, so I'm sure that happened. The scene changes again to Shikamaru's mark. He's walking alone right into Amado's room office. When talking to Amado, he wonders if he is correct in assuming that the reincarnation of Momoshiki will no longer occur. Shikamaru grabs Amado's t-shirt full of anger and frustration. Amado says, "What is this all of a sudden?" The scene switches now to Mitsuki, Sarada, and Boruto. Sarada is close to Boruto trying to fully investigate the mark. The Ten Tails is mentioned by Mitsuki in reference to Boruto now being a full-fledged Otsutsuki, and how Boruto will now be targeted by Code, making him the perfect fruit for the Ten Tails. So, nice little Team 7 reunion, but they are getting a bit serious, it seems like, discussing what the future may be holding. And on top of that, the whole Shikamaru thing, his reaction is definitely something that's expected. He's never been someone who's trusted Amado to begin with, so this only adds in more suspicion because we all know Amado is a pretty shady guy, and he's definitely still hiding something, whether that be information or his true motives. I don't know what it could be exactly, but he's definitely hiding something. So I think this would take us to about halfway through the chapter. So let's have a look at the other half. These second half of bullet points say, while they are talking about Boruto and Code, Sasuke appears saying, "Sarada is right." Oh, okay, so he just popped in the scene. The kids look extremely happy to see Sasuke again. Sarada even shouts, "Dad." That's pretty cool. Everybody, I'm sure that's how fans are reacting to when they heard he's back. I know I'm pretty happy to see him because it's been a while. Sasuke advises Team 7 about their foe Code, whom should not be underestimated, and who his next apparent target is going to be, referring to Boruto. The scene shifts over back to Shikamaru and Amado. Shikamaru questions Amado on why he reconfigured Kawaki's karma and performed a procedure without consent from Naruto and the others. See, giving more suspicion. Amado replies back by saying that at least now he has the power to protect Naruto and defeat his enemies. The scene turns into a cloud of tension between Amado and Shikamaru, who are now in a heated face-to-face conversation. While Shikamaru and Amado are having a conversation, Code appears from the mark which he placed on Shikamaru's neck, completely surprising both Shikamaru and Amado. Trembling, Amado calls Code's name in a desperate way. "It's been a while, Amado," Code says, while demanding Amado to lift his limiter so he can regain his full strength. Amado seems horrified and confused about Code being in the village. "In a twinkling of an eye, the ninjas will sense you, and they will be right here in a flash," says Amado, referring to Konoha's sensory team. And wow, this is big stuff. It seems like we're going to be getting maybe a solid 10 to 20 pages just featured on this. And something I'm wondering is they haven't really talked much about Naruto. They said Naruto was by Kawaki, but I'm surprised he hasn't really said anything big this chapter yet. The scene changes to Ino and the sensory division, who immediately sense that a new chakra has entered the village. Suddenly and unannounced, Ino says, "This chakra? No way. It's Code inside Amado's lab." Ino and Shikamaru make sensorial contact. Shikamaru uses his signature jutsu, the Shadow Possession jutsu, in order to restrain Code. Code is the one surprised now. The coffin suddenly opens and a reinvented Delta comes out. She now has a symbol on her forehead reminiscent of the hidden leaf symbol. So this is cool. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a full new cyborg from Amado, but this is still okay, I guess. I mean, I'm not mad about it or anything. I'm just a little disappointed. I don't think it's bad, but I was just expecting, something new. I know some people were expecting like some crazy old character to be reincarnated, but I didn't get my hopes too high for that. Let's see, moving on. This new and reconfigured Delta pretty much has the same outfit as the previous Delta, but with no sleeves. I'm assuming that's a typo right there. It says selves. Code in a shock state says, "Delta?" Shikamaru then mentions that this new and reconfigured Delta was created as a force to protect the Hidden Leaf Village. Shikamaru then instructs Delta that Code is an enemy of the Leaf. Let's see. Shikamaru then instructs... Oh, my bad, I read that. Delta kicks Code, restraining him with her extended leg. Code is taken back by shock and surprise. Code is still restrained by Delta, but manages to place claw marks on a wall beside him. Shikamaru attempts to stop him, but it's too late. A hand reaches out of the claw mark, and then we see a full-fledged page dedicated to Ada's grand entrance into this already intense battle. The chapter ends with the sacred and frightened Amado studying her name, Ada. And the last page shows a text preview that says, "At last, Ada finally joins in directly. Can the lifting of Code's limiters be prevented?" And that's how the chapter ends. Pretty big cliffhanger. Seems like Kishimoto is keeping the his foot on the pedal, and it seems like we're going full into this before we hit up the time skip. So already into a new arc, or the aftermath of the previous arc, whatever you want to call it, but big stuff nonetheless. So that's going to be it for this one. Let me know what you thought of all of this in the comments below. I'm pretty excited for this chapter. I wasn't expecting things to be this intense right away. I was just expecting a more super dialogue heavy chapter where we didn't really have the next arc begin, but we had more so some aftermath. But it seems like we're gonna keep on moving, so good stuff on that. Looking forward to the chapter. I'll be sure to give my thoughts on it in full when the full chapter is out. But for now, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. Hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.